Well, it's 2025 now, and it's just a couple of days after New Year's, and I realized today that I've been using HAWG holsters now for 10 years. And I also realized that there are a lot of people maybe watching the channel now who weren't around when I started using them, so they don't really know why I think they're so great or how they work or any of the other stuff. So I thought this would be a great time to make a 10-year follow-up about why I started using HAWG holsters in the first place, why I still use them, kind of what makes them different from any other holster I've ever tried, and how to use them if you decide to get one. So that's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me for what's going to be a 10-year follow-up / review / instructional video about HAWG holsters and why I'm still using a HAWG holster as my everyday carry, concealed carry holster after 10 years of using one. But first, today's words of wisdom from Proverbs. Today's proverb is 22, verse 29 from the New Living Translation. Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will serve before kings. He will not serve before those of lower rank. I thought that was especially appropriate because obviously a HAWG holster is a product of a skilled craftsman. So, before we talk about the holster, let me just, full transparency, HAWG Holsters is the longest running continual channel sponsor at Survival on Purpose. And John Abbott, the owner and chief craftsman at HAWG Holsters, is a very, very good friend of mine. So take that with a grain of salt, but don't let that affect your opinion after you see this holster, because I'm telling you, none of those would be true if this wasn't the best holster I'd ever used. I mean, I'm carrying it every day. I trust my life to it. So let's talk about HAWG holsters, and then we'll talk about the holster. First of all, John Abbott, as I said, the owner and craftsman at HAWG holsters, is a Marine Corps veteran. He served in the Gulf War. He's a firearms instructor and what I would consider a semi-perfectionist. You say perfectionist or perfectionist? Either way, he cares about doing a good job. So John has been making holsters for over 18 years, even before he started HAWG holsters. He makes every holster to order fast because he doesn't believe in waiting periods for guns or holsters. Every component in this holster, from down to the screws, and even the Allen wrench that he supplies to adjust the screws if you need to, are made in the USA. He has over 450 model-specific holsters available, and he's coming out with new ones all the time, just like this one for the Ruger RXM that he just came out with a couple of weeks ago. And if you call HAWG holsters, you don't get an answer machine, you don't get a computer-generated decision tree, you get John Abbott. If he's busy with another customer, call back or he'll call you back. But I like that. I like the fact that it's made in the USA. I like everything about this holster. So now, that being said, let's talk about the holster and why I think it's so good, all the features I like about it, and then I'll kind of give you some demonstrations of how to use it, because I've had some questions from people that may be some misunderstandings. So first of all, I want you to just notice this. That's the retention. It's built in. There's no adjustable retention, none of that. People ask me, what about how do you adjust the retention? You don't need to adjust the retention. It is perfectly crafted. It's enough to keep it in, but it's not enough to keep you from getting it out. Also, if you'll notice, it's got a big sight channel on it that'll accommodate up to suppressor height sights with no problems. It protects the sights and it keeps them from getting banged, but also that doesn't scrape on them. You can see maybe it is pretty thin kydex compared to some holsters. John has really perfected the way he crafts these holsters. So this kydex, although it's pretty thin, it's very lightweight. I've got holsters I've been using literally for 10 years that work just fine. There's no problem with them. It's got retention here built on the trigger guard, and again, everyone crafted specifically to whatever pistol you order. In my opinion, one of the secret sauces is the UltiClip. I really like UltiClips. So what UltiClip does, it's got this little clip here, and it's made in the USA as well, and it clips down, and it's designed to clip on your pants, not your belt. So the clip goes behind your belt. I've had people kind of get confused and say that they put it on their belt. Well, if you put it on something that's too wide, it'll spring the clip out and it will no longer retain. So it's designed to go on fabric. It means you can wear this with sweatpants. You can wear this with jogging shorts. You can wear it without a belt. You can clip it on a backpack. You can clip it my wife clips hers in a purse. There's a lot of versatility with this UltiClip. It's adjustable for how high or low it sits in your waistband. It's also adjustable for cant. John gives you a wrench to adjust that. So that's the pretty much the specs of the holster. I can't think of anything other than just how thin and comfortable it is. And also, I'll just tell you, I've had, over the last 10 years since I started using these and talking about them, I've had numerous people comment on videos thanking me for introducing them to HAWG holsters and saying this is absolutely, they agree, this is the best, most comfortable concealable holster they've ever used. Now let's talk about how to use the HAWG holster. Let me just show you on my waist how to use it, how it tucks, different options. So the way you use a HAWG holster is open this UltiClip up. I'm gonna loosen your belt up a little bit. Inside your pants. So the clip goes on to the fabric of your pants behind the belt. You clip it down, and now it is good to go. And Randall, the maker of UltiClip, has videos on his website showing this thing holding, like, I don't know, crazy amounts of weight. So it is very strong, and it's going to hold on. What's cool about this is you don't want to wear your holster here, you want to wear it here, no problem. Appendix, no problem. Cross draw, no problem. You can even can it over. When it's really deep, no problem. Want to raise it up? No problem there either. Just lower the clip down, raises the holster up. What about tuckable? Like, I don't usually tuck my shirt in. It's just easier for me not to. But if you need to, there's a little gap here between the clip and the holster. You just put it on your pants right here. And you just tuck your shirt around it. Kind of poke it down in that little gap. And then the only thing potentially visible is the top of that clip right there above your belt. And what I've found is usually just by the time you've worn this thing for 10 minutes, you're going to have a little bit of a blousing effect there, even if it's not intentional. You can certainly do it intentional, but it's going to kind of poke out a little bit there. It's going to cover that clip up. It's just going to look like normal. So tuckable, versatile, multi-position, but firearm specific. So it's not one size fits all. So that's how you use a HAWG holsters. And one thing I do want to mention is there's another UltiClip called the UltiClip XL, which is designed to go around your belt. I tried them. I'll be honest with you, I don't like them. John offers them as an option. Personally, I wouldn't do that. I don't recommend them just because I don't like them for a couple reasons. They're not super tight on the belt, and they poke out. I kept snagging mine on stuff. It also, man, it was wearing holes in my shirts. There's just a lot of things. People don't want to, for some reason, people don't trust this on their fabric. I'm telling you, trust it. And just to show you a couple other things that HAWG holsters offers, this is a TLR 6 on a Glock 48. Like I said, 450 different models. Also, he offers holsters like this. Stash pocket holster, which is designed so you can carry it in your pocket and just push it off and draw your pistol out. He offers these. I kind of dig these. These are pocket mag carriers. This one's for a Glock 43 magazine. So it's got this little snag on it. When you pull your magazine out, that'll catch on your pocket. He has these P-tap pistol trigger protectors. Snap on. You can fasten this to a anchor point like on your nightstand. Have your pistol laying there ready to go with one in the chamber, but your trigger is protected. Pull it off and there it goes. This, by the way, is the Patriot Edition. He also has these things that I think are really cool. They're called gazentas. This is the Patriot Edition. I'll try to get you a close-up of that picture, put it on here. But it features a Patriot Edition Never Surrender with a little inscription here, engraving of Donald Trump his famous fist in the air after he got shot in the ear. And what this is something designed to go into if you're into your empty seatbelt holder, the female part. Say you're driving by yourself, and you can clip your HAWG holster on here. You can have your pistol right there, accessible. Take it off, put it back on your waist when you get ready, when you get out of your car. But that's just a pretty handy way to keep your pistol secured and accessible. And just another example of John's crafting creative genius. So that is HAWG holsters. And that is why I've been using a HAWG holster for 10 years, and I don't plan on stopping. It is, again, the most comfortable, most concealable, most versatile concealed carry holster I know of. And again, model specific. So design one at a time to fit your handgun, not a bunch of handguns, your handgun. When Chuck Norris plays dodgeball, the balls dodge him. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you, you can save 10% on any order at HAWG Holsters, over $30, by using the coupon code Survival on Purpose, all one word. And if you do that, you'll save 10%, and you'll have yourself the absolute finest concealed carry holster that money can buy. So I hope this has been really helpful. Once again, thanks to John Abbott and HAWG Holsters for being a channel sponsor and being such a good friend. And thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival is not an accident. Be prepared. I'll see you next time.